Okay guys, this is the Mike Rochester YouTube channel, and today we're taking a look at the Asomtom RV3 electric e-bike. We're going to show you what this bike has to offer. We'll put it through its paces and see if this budget-friendly e-bike is something you'd be interested in. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's our first ride on the Asomtom. So like we do on many of our e-bikes when we first take them out, is we pedal with without any pedal assist, just to show you that the bike is capable of rolling without the motor on. Just trying to get a feel for everything. Riding the bike side to side. Steering feels a little awkward. I don't know if take a look here. So for now I'm going to lock the suspension. I'm gonna have to take a look and make sure everything is tightened down properly, because it does feel a little bit off to me. We'll check that out, but let's go ahead and take it to its paces. We're gonna come down here and we're gonna continue to pedal just like it's a regular pedal bike. We'll upshift a little bit. Gear 2, doing 8 miles an hour. Gear 3, picking it up a bit, 10 miles an hour. Gear 4, so right now I'm doing about 11.5. Starting to go up a slight hill. But yeah, we'll get around with the bike without any pedal assist. It is a heavy bike, and definitely the front and rear rack make it even heavier. So if you want the bike to be a little lighter, you can go ahead and take those racks off. Let's go ahead and take it out on the main road here. Drop it down to pedal assist level 2. It's definitely pretty jerky when it kicks into the different pedal assist levels. I can feel it just kind of wanting to drag me. So we'll kind of test it out and see what the different levels do. So this is really going to be just kind of like a cruiser bike. You're probably not going to want to take this on any kind of trail riding. It has more of an upright seated position. And yeah, it's a cruiser. Unfortunately, I didn't put a side mirror on the bike, and I usually always do before I go for my first ride. So I'm going to be really cautious here. I recommend anyone riding in the road, always put a side mirror on. If I'm just cruising along and I hit the throttle, it doesn't do anything. I have to actually pedal to get the throttle to kick in. I don't think I like that. Oh, there we go. The reason being is I had it locked out. So if you press this button, nothing happens with the throttle. If you push it in, then you can get throttle only. Actually, I went from not liking that at all to actually liking that, because now it gives you options, right? So you can have the option to have that on, or you can have the option to have it off. It's up to you. Let's go ahead and take it up the trail here. Let's pull over here and take a look around the bike. Because I'm not really going to ride in the road on the way back, I'm not too worried about not having a side mirror. But yeah, this is what the bike looks like. We did put a phone mount on, so there is a phone mount, but everything else is basically stock. They did put a Shimano shifter on there, bum shifter. And yeah, let's cruise around with it. So this bike is supposed to go up to 20 miles per hour. So we'll go ahead and test that on pedal assist, and then we'll do a throttle only test. When I do this kind of riding and testing with these bikes, I do like to keep it natural out of the box. So I don't really modify the bike. I might add a few things on it to make it more comfortable and safer, but I'm not going to actually remove parts and put other parts on. At least not for the initial test ride. Let's go ahead. We're back up into gear 7. We have a little wider angle of view with our GoPro. So we'll go ahead and drop it into pedal assist level 1 and we'll start going here. So pedal assist level 1, we're doing 10, 11. Pedal assist level 2, we're doing 13, 14. Pedal assist level 3, we're doing 15, 16. Pedal assist level 4, we're doing 17, 18. And pedal assist level 5, we're doing 19 and 20. It does look like this display jumps around a bit, but that's going to give you an idea of where we are with our different pedal assist levels, 1 through 5. I want to do a brake test. Disclaimer, not a brake expert, but let's go ahead and get it up to speed and slam on the brakes and see where we are. So gonna get it right up to, we're at 19 miles an hour now, so let's see what we get here. Actually, take a look at the perspective. I thought that would be a little bit further of a distance. So for the mechanical disc brakes, overall, that's probably not that bad. I'm kind of surprised because they do feel really tight when I'm riding. So the brakes needed to be worked in a little bit. When I first took the bike out and I was pressing the brakes, they felt really firm. They're loosening up, so that feels pretty good. So throttle only, 0 to 20. We're doing 11 miles an hour, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and we pretty much ran out of runway. Real conditions, real testing. That's what we do. I'm gonna back up more, all the way to the back here. Okay. We are 6 miles an hour, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So yeah, that's what you're gonna get with 350 watt motor and a 255 pound man on the bike. So there we have it. So at least we know kind of what that speed test is, right? Don't race your bike for money, okay? But it'll do what it's got to do when you hit that throttle. So if you don't feel like pedaling, you can do that throttle only. The brakes are, they're mechanical disc brakes. So they are disc brakes. Sometimes on bikes that are like at that price point that we're looking at here have rim brakes. And so it is nice that they do have disc brakes on this bike. Obviously, it would be great if it had hydraulic brakes on it. So you're at that price point where you're just kind of teetering the better equipment. Because I think on their website it's like $1,100 or $1,200 normal price. But when you're talking about seeing prices on Amazon that are $799, now the bike becomes more affordable for folks that are looking for that budget-friendly price. And the bike will get you where you gotta go. So I don't think I'm going to take this bike out into the wooded area right now because it's so muddy. But also, I don't think we need to prove that it can ride through the mud because it's really not that kind of bike. So we're not gonna hold it to that standard. We're riding this bike on pavement, trails, and things of that nature. So that's what people are gonna do with this cruiser. They may take it to work, ride to and from their job, Delivery people can use this. Great starter bike to start your deliveries. Right now I'm in gear 2, cruising along at 16 miles an hour. So I'm moving at a decent clip. When I'm just kind of cruising around by myself, I'm usually doing about 12 miles an hour. So at this speed, I'm usually moving. Now, as I move up these little hills and stuff, I am effortlessly pedaling. So even though it does have a 350 watt motor, it's not like that motor can't tow me around. So yeah, give you some of my thoughts about the bike. It's a cruiser. It's gonna get you where you're going. Most of the time, you're probably just gonna ride around in, pedal assist level 1 or 2. At least that's what I would, because I'm cruising. I'm not doing this for work. I'm doing this for fun, and I'm doing this for enjoyment, and I'm doing it to see things. So that's what I like to do. It's a low budget commuter bike. It does have a Shimano thumb shifter. Looks like it has a Shimano Acera derailleur. It's 350 watts. It's pulling me around just fine. So it has a lot of things going for it. Then there's things that, I'd like to see maybe on future models, a little bit different or better. Maybe some better fenders. Definitely a better display. Hydraulic disc brakes would be great, but at this price point, at least it has mechanical disc brakes instead of rim brakes, so that's always a advantage. But yeah, I think the bike does what it needs to do. And if you can get this bike for $7.99 on Amazon, that's pretty budget, so that's not bad. Feeling the way it rides, it's a pretty smooth bike. Couple things I want to check out. I locked out the shocks because they're bouncing and hitting the light. Suspension forks are a little bit too loose and I need to tighten them up. I'll check them out, make some adjustments in my garage, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, I mean, the battery I wish was in a different location. I'm not a big fan of having the battery under the seat. I think having it center of gravity on the down tube is probably the best place. But again, we're talking about a value priced e-bike. For folks that don't have a couple $1,000s to put on an e-bike, a bike that costs $799, this is something that's affordable. I definitely wish you could adjust the pedal assist levels. It's a 350 watt motor with 50 Newton meters of torque, so don't expect it to be a race bike. So right now I'm going up a hill. I have full throttle and I'm doing about 15 miles an hour. 16. Not reaching the 20 mile per hour maximum, but it's still pulling me up. We're maintaining about 15 miles an hour on a gradual incline here. So throttle only, gradual incline is capping me out about 15.5 miles per hour. And we'll switch to our pedal assist level 5. Lower the gear, then you can go up a hill. So when you're going up a hill and you're trying to go throttle only, if you switch the pedal assist level to 5 and drop your gear down to like 1 or 2, I feel like you can go up pretty much any hill. So yeah. Okay, that's gonna wrap this one up for the Asomtom RV3 test ride and review. Hopefully this video helped you decide if this e-bike's good for you or if there's a different budget e-bike that you're interested in. We at least want to get out there and show you some of the stuff that it can do in real world conditions. So until next time, ride safe, have fun, see ya.